CNN is apparently shaking things up, and one of the casualties of this shakeup could well be one of its highest rated stars. You're seeing him there, it is Jim Acosta. Here is what is now being reported. So CNN chief Mark Thompson apparently called Jim Acosta on Wednesday to propose that his show, CNN Newsroom with Jim Acosta, be moved just a little bit from its current 10 a.m. Eastern time slot to midnight, according to the newsletter Status News. So that's a major shift. Media reporter Oliver Darcy said the move would effectively exile Acosta to the Siberia of television news. One media executive said they want to get rid of Acosta to throw a bone to Trump. Midnight is not a serious offer when his ratings are among the best on the network. Now, this is something that Jim Acosta probably is not going to be a fan of, but you can imagine why Trump might be a fan of this. And if you don't remember why, here's a reminder.
Donald Trump is returning to the CPAC stage tomorrow. Hide the flags. Oh, so disturbing. Trump is still bullying with racist tropes, just like he did when he called Mexican immigrants rapists, and just like when he tried to ban Muslims coming into this country. It's twisted and it's evil. A couple of weeks ago, I compared Trump's comeback tour to the circus, full of sideshow acts and clowns. I later got an email from an expert on the circus industry. This person pointed out that comparison actually was not fair because unlike the chaos of Trump world, a circus is carefully composed and organized. Comparing Trump to a clown is most definitely an insult to clowns. There is no mechanism for Trump to get reinstated. That is delusional. If Trump really believes he will be back in the White House this August, he should get help. You are not well, sir.
Honestly, I think you should let me run the country. You run CNN, and if you did it well, your ratings would be much better.
If I may ask one other question, please take your fake White House seal and go play president somewhere else.
Yeah, and you saw a bit of their direct interactions. Trump repeatedly yelled at him, "You're fake news, you're an embarrassment." He attacked CNN. He called Acosta and CNN the enemy of the people, obviously inspiring a lot of hatred of and potentially acts of violence against members of the media. And so there's a lot of people in the media that Donald Trump doesn't like, but Jim Acosta is probably in the S tier there. And so CNN could very well be doing this to cozy up to Trump, to get him to go a little easy on them. And if that is the case, and that's the best explanation I've seen because his ratings are good compared to other CNN people, this seems to be another case of anticipatory surrender, just complying with the strong man before he even asks you to. And if you watch CNN, if you're a fan of CNN, I think this should really worry you for the signal it sends about the way CNN is going to approach Trump's second term. But David, I want to start with you. You have more experience than I do with these sorts of newsrooms and these sorts of decisions. What do you make about the theorizing you're seeing, the rumors?
Well, I can confirm that the 10 a.m. slot, which I had for a year or so on MSNBC and actually did pretty well. Nobody cares about the 10 a.m. slot. It's also might as well be Siberia. It's probably just as bad as midnight. So the fact is, maybe for some people in the morning, yeah, they can watch Jim Acosta. But so what I wish CNN would do, and I suppose we don't have to worry about many CNN viewers because there aren't that many left right now, is if they had any courage, if they had journalistic integrity, and I'm not, Jim Acosta is not my cup of tea, but given that he's doing well, given that the audience likes him, CNN should move him into early prime time, move him at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, or at least put him in the middle of the late afternoon. That's what you do with successful shows in the morning is you put them in a time slot that actually gets even more eyeballs. The idea that CNN would capitulate to Donald Trump even before Donald Trump is president and move Jim Acosta to midnight is crazy. And again, I say this not as a Jim Acosta fan. I think he's somebody who draws far too much attention to himself. When my family a couple of years ago, when Jim Acosta was covering the White House, we used to say, may you find somebody to marry who loves you as much as Jim Acosta loves himself. That's the problem I have with Jim Acosta, but he's doing well, and at least he's willing to stick it to Donald Trump. So CNN should show some courage.
Yeah, and this is just more of that kowtowing to Trump that we've been seeing from these supposed left-leaning legacy media outlets. We've already seen capitulation from MSNBC, specifically from Joe and Mika, and now we're seeing this from CNN. And to be, this isn't the first time CNN has dabbled in Trump appeasement. They've already made some very questionable efforts to be more balanced, whatever that meant to them, and those efforts didn't go over very, very well with their audience. It's not comforting to see Trump's impact on these outlets. He's been working on this for about a decade now, though. He started disparaging journalists and the media in a very real way, in a way that was like arguably unconstitutional, coining the term fake news, I believe, back in 2015. So yeah, 10 years ago.
Wow.
And to Dave's point, yeah, CNN's viewership has been dwindling. And it kind of reminds me of why the Democrats lost the 2024 election, right? Because they decided to play this centrist angle. They tried to appease way too many people. And if they had been a little bit more bold, gone maybe the Bernie route, they would have, I believe they would have gotten a lot better buy-in from the American people. And, maybe CNN could take a hint from that.
Yeah, I agree. I think that would have helped the Democrats politically. I think it would help the media in their ratings as well. This is a very strange strategy. CNN, but it's the Democrats do the same thing, always running to the center generally. And CNN thinks, oh no, we'll do this, and then MAGA will like us. They'll watch us. No, they're never going to love you. They've hated you, as Yaz just pointed out, for a decade. They've considered you to be the literal enemy of the people. And I know you're hurting. Your ratings are way down. It makes sense. People are sick of politics. They're probably sick of some of what people see on your network. At some point, they'll be willing to come back. And the question will be, what will be on CNN for them to come back to? Just playing nice with Trump, ignoring his excesses, normalizing his behavior. Why the hell would they tune into that? If they wanted that, they could just watch Fox News, and way more of them actually do. I don't know if there's any path forward for CNN to like really regain its audience share, but if there is, it is indisputably bringing in someone who will be a critic and a check, a number of people, on Donald Trump. And there are certainly people in the media that are available to do that. You can bring them on from other shows. Hell, I'll do an hour. I still want to do TDR. I'm going to do TDR in the morning. I'll come in and do an hour. And if people like Jim Acosta insulting Donald Trump, and from the ratings they appear to, I can teach Jim Acosta some lessons in that. You think he's biting, sarcastic, and kind of mean? I've been doing it for years. Anyway, we'll see what CNN does. But again, it's just everybody's bowing down. Everywhere you look, they're just sucking up to Donald Trump, and it's sickening.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR, so those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.